earlier, they were very surgical. They were able to just shut the other enemy team down.
Well, when there's a will, there's a way, and I'm sure BLACKLIST International will do their best as well. So, standard bans coming out from Nova, let's not fix it. We give them the exact same level of stress. We take out a Zhang Fei, we take out a Yuhuan. And this is not something that I think BLACKLIST enjoys.
Yeah, they just kind of sit there thinking, man, the Zhang Fei's been taken out again, which I feel like Chaz needs to bring out something that could be just as good as a Zhang Fei, right? Like maybe this is where we see some of these picks that we haven't been seeing from BLACKLIST, right? But this is a team that's only been together for 6 months as well. So maybe the hero pool isn't quite there just yet as a team. But looking over to Nova, they do go first pick Dolia this time around. So we may see the likes of the Elaine come through, maybe even a Shangguan into the mid lane, right? Or we could see Lung as well.
Yep, it's a bait, right? So I think at least in the Battle of the Minds, Nova already has one-up their opponent at this point because they have managed to force BLACKLIST to ban out the Diadea and ban out the Mai Shiranui, both of which, yes, they are very strong picks as well, but can they form up against the refresher combination strat that Nova has in mind? Dharma and Lung, I like it a lot, but I'm not sure yet.
They're very strong heroes. I mean, you're going to play to the strength. Cammy won a monster on the Dharma. The Lung is going to be picked up as well by Golden Cut. I think that he's a super hero right now. I think that this is the moment, right? Now they need to set themselves up so that they have a decent draft because, again, I feel like the counter picks have not been great.
Yeah, I mean, there we go. I got 1 out of 2 of the preemptive picks, right? The Shangguan, the Lung went over to the side of Black. I like the Lung on Golden Kite, right? Because of the Right of the Wind, it's kind of like a deterrent for those assassin-like heroes on your enemy team. And when they go and pick a Shangguan, it fits a little bit more perfectly. Same either onto Lady Sun, right? So if we see that Muji rolls it a little bit too far, he can get caught out by the wind. But hey, it's the ban for the past 2 games. It's Motsu coming through for BLACKLIST.
Okay, BLACKLIST, I think at this point, they will do well to ban out the Dun. I think Dun is going to work really well with the Nova Esports strategy here. Allows space for the Lady Sun and for the Shangguan to really just go ham. At the same time, he has very good early game growth, right? With the Wind Slash, with the Gale's Benediction, he's already tanky enough. He will be able to deal damage and build space.
Do you maybe think about banning the Angela just so you don't give up that combination? That seems to be wide open too. From Nova Esports,
I'm not too concerned about the Angela if I'm from BLACKLIST at this point, because if I take an Angela, I might be too squishy.
Sorry, I'm saying more for BLACKLIST International to pick the Angela themselves, so now you have that combo with the modes.
Yes, same view. Not tanky enough.
Not tanky enough. They do take the Dune off the table. They take the Elaine as well, which I did say they may draft on the side of Nova thanks to the Dolia. The only problem with Dolia, right, it's a great pick, but the Celestial Melody makes the rest of your draft a little bit more predictable, as you can see with the bans, as you can see with the picks here. They banned the Masashi for the Juicy, because again, he had a really good fight on the Masashi, right?
Yeah, this looking like an Ogren game to me. This is what Nova are looking for right now. The moment you ban out, okay, so BLACKLIST, they deny the Ogren pick. They will pick it up for themselves, and this is, I think, one of the Juicy's special as well. Do they have enough damage? Because they need to make sure that this Golden Kite Lung has enough time to farm. They can accelerate the farm with some kills in the early game, but they need to be clean with it.
They do need to be clean with it, right? They need to make sure that Golden Kite doesn't get caught out in the early game, which we've seen him already be exposed to too many times for my liking anyway, if I was the coach of BLACKLIST. But they do go for the Byron, right? So the knock up onto the likes of the Lung, or even onto the Motsu as well. Obviously, you don't want to get caught in the think inside the box, right? Because that could be at the detriment of the Byron. But there is a big front line there. Byron gives a big front line, and then it's going to be complemented by Monkey, which we have a huge sized one at the Lippo Mall. So if you are going to come and check out these games, make sure you grab a photo with that because it's huge, it's cute, kind of like Ken.
Okay.
What about me? I'm here right next to you, buddy.
Hey, he's been 2 games with me. It's been 2 games with me. I had to give the favor over.
I'm just bigger, dude. But in any case, I love this Nova draft. It's really strong. It's one of the things that is really strong about this draft is the fact that it's a pick and choose, right? So only when we commit fully with the finishing stroke, only when we fully commit with the Dream Roam, do we get the fight that we want. Until then, it's up to BLACKLIST to make the mistake.
Yeah, I mean, Lady Chen being the lock in there for Aaron once more is kind of just like a little bit more of a space giver for the side of BLACKLIST, as well as the Cannon Blast from Motsu. It's going to be trying to just make sure that they funnel the team fights in their favor for BLACKLIST. But from what we know of Nova, right, they're too aggressive to be waiting for that moment. They're going to take the fights how they see fit, right?
Okay, so BLACKLIST need to counter that strategy with their own aggression, right? So instead of waiting for Nova to come in, you use your Cannon Blast, you use your Flowing Size, go up against, force your will onto Nova Esports. If you don't, they will take over.
The other will take over, and that's probably the worst thing about this Game 3, right? Because if they do take over, it's going to be bye-bye for BLACKLIST. They get put on the blacklist of the tournament and taken out as well. But this is Game 3, everybody, between Nova, BLACKLIST. This is going to be the decider of fates for BLACKLIST.
Yep, and right off the bat, Muji already starting up well against the 1v1 against Aaron. At the same time, Wendy just buying and stalling for time, right? They want to give as much farm as possible to Muji, get the lead for him as well. And this Firehawk is going to be extremely important for both sides. The fact that BLACKLIST are giving it up just like that, totally not agreeable with that.
Yeah, don't agree with that at all. I mean, that extra bit of gold going over to Nova is pretty crucial, even in the early part, right? They're not too far ahead, but still, it means that Pusher starts to grow at an earlier stage in the game. Right now, Nova are just kind of trying to set the tempo for themselves, which we've already seen in the series this far.
Yeah, and right now, okay, maybe if BLACKLIST gets the first blood, I think that could be a good sign for them, right?
Yeah.
They really need to have a good early game. Chaz.
Oh, they're doing a little bit of work. Waypitch is kind of skirmishing a little bit on that side, but Chaz is going to piece bring her back to safety. But Juicy now getting contested here. CY is going to make things a little uncomfortable. They're going to really fight for this blue buff. It's going to be pretty huge for either of the teams, but it looks like CY doesn't want to go for this. Juan actually dodges the Formlessness, or the Enlightenment, and he's going to survive.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a fight on two fronts there, right? We see that they was able to reset the Azure Golem, give over a little bit of a stop and start on the tempo of BLACKLIST, but Chami doing pretty well there, right? Again, Xuan up into the clash lane on his own. I feel like there's going to be a little bit more pressure from the side of Nova to be in there as attendance, and a bit more awareness for the side of Nova in the clash lane.
Yeah, but I think it's pretty good, right? This is exactly what I think BLACKLIST should be doing. They should set the tone, be a little bit more aggressive in my case, right? But I'm pretty intense for this game, so it might be a mistake. I've made some pretty bad calls.
You have made some pretty bad calls. Not just
Even
in
in
the
our
tournaments, just in our games as well. That's it, yeah. Commit! No! Why did you commit?
Oh, tier. Jamie looking to go for this one. The Enlightenment and the Formless is pushing him back, but the Force of Suppression. They turn this around, and Wendy will take first blood against Chammy, who thought he had an easy kill.
Whammy on the Chammy. We saw the Shang-Wan getting the final stroke onto the Dharma, right? So, like I said, that was a good pick for the side of Nova. It's not quite the Mai Shiranui, but it's still the kind of same play style for Wendy.
Yep, single target isolation going to be the strength for Wendy, right? As the Shang-Wan finishing stroke, they love to have that solo target. And right now, this has translated into pressure into the T1 once again. They might chase Golden Kite down for this if they see the opportunity.
Yes, if they see the opportunity to take this T1, right? I mean, we see Golden Kite.
Into the box, connecting out in 3, but they walk away. Wendy somehow survives on this one, but BLACKLIST International continue to push forward, but they're not able to get any of the picks. What a nice play by Chaz.
Very nice play. The flash in with the inside the box was really good. I mean, getting on 3 of them, that was like a lifetime opportunity for the side of BLACKLIST. That's what we need more flavor of, right?
Yeah, the one for the highlight reel, but no kills, unfortunately. But BLACKLIST International now being aggressive. They do get the pick up, and they do end up finding Muji. That's a huge win for BLACKLIST International.
Yeah.
Finally, we see some life coming out from BLACKLIST International. They will tie the kill score 1-1. They have the lead finally, but at this point, it's still not enough, right? Killing Muji once, great. Golden Kite, he needs more. He needs to be a level ahead.
Yeah, it needs more space. I mean, that's what the Motsu's for, right? Is just to make sure you're able to clean the space. Same with the Lady Chen. So Aaron and Chaz's main job is to kind of just open up these kills for Golden Kite and anybody that wants them, right? But we can kind of see that the priority's already been set for the side of Nova to try and take this neutral objective, the Tyrant.
Oh, the finishing stroke actually used very early by Wendy. The Tyrant is about half-life. This is something to take note of. He is vulnerable. He is a little bit low, the Ocean of Tears. The Tyrant doing some AoE damage. CY sticking up in front, looking to go for it, but CY with the fast fingers. He dream roams on out, but Juan goes in for this one, but it looks like he's been truth back. He's going to be killed. Tammy will get that pick off.
Hey, that's generally what happens, right? You think inside the box, the truth hurts, and there we go. It is Chami and the Chaz combo.
Yeah, that was real, man. Think it's out of the box with the truth. Ouch, man. That hit home, buddy.
Hit hard. Do you need a second, Nolan? Do you need a second?
I need to sit down for sure.
But no, that was a good play there from BLACKLIST. They do open up, obviously, the T1 down into the farm lane as well, so they kind of got to be aggressive to try and gain that priority once more for the side of BLACKLIST. But again, it's very impressive for BLACKLIST in this game 3 in terms of the goal difference being quite similar.
Yeah, cutting it really close. At this point, they need to make sure they can find more angles to really open Nova up. This is the best performance thus far that they have put up in this series. And right now, if they can just slow down the farm of Mushi by a little bit, I think they have a fighting chance in this series.
Yeah, I mean, they may be fighting for the Azure Golem here. CY is a little bit lost into the pick.
Oh, but Wendy looking to go for this one. Oh, he's going to finishing stroke back. He's going to be fine. CY continuing to fight. Mushi doing some serious work on the backside. Juicy's going to limp away, and CY will happily take this one because BLACKLIST International want none of this.
Pretty huge, right? The Azure Golem going over to the side of Nova as well as his T2, man. It's like we were saying in game 1. They're not just one singular objective. They are two.
Yeah, they get the dubs and they get the doubles, right? And that's one of the big strengths about Nova. And at this point, they have wrestled back control. It's very slight, but you know Nova, they don't let go once they have the lead, right? And that's really scary. I think BLACKLIST International are starting to feel the pressure. There are a couple of missed skills already, and it's not looking good.
I mean, it's a little bit late to feel the pressure right now, right? I mean, you're already down 2 games, bro. You should have felt the pressure in game 1 when Nova was coming back.
Yeah, but I mean, it's only about a 1K net worth lead. I mean, it's just grown a little bit there, but BLACKLIST International really need to take the fight to them. They need to stop being so defensive, and it looks like they're just looking to group up and just defend their buffs, which is a little unfortunate for them because, again, they're playing defensively. This is not where they want to be. BLACKLIST International will take that red buff, but now they're doing some work. CY takes a lot of it, but he's going for the finishing stroke, doing some work. Not enough to kill Juicy. The infinite fastness he's thinking about going for it, but Chaz has already been killed. Oh, the infinite fastness on forward. Golden Kite trying to do it. Oh, he's going on the side. Chammy continuing on. He's got the enlightenment, but Chammy's going to get blown up. Golden Kite does survive, but on the backside, CY continuing to chase. He does get the pick off. Wendy's going to be killed. Golden Kite will as well as Juan coming out of the left field gets that pick.
Oh, what a huge pickup there for Nova, right? That was like, what, 4-1 trade? Getting the T2 up into the Clash lead as well, but that was played with pure precision. Right.
Yep, that was a big one, right? This split fight, they won it. Champion 1 was once again approaching from the backline, but it was a little too late because Wendy was already doing all of the work, getting the refresh on that finishing stroke twice. It feels like he has it on no cooldown at all.
No cooldown at all. I mean, we see the Cannon Blast actually connected on the way pit there, so not much of a engage to be had for BLACKLIST, but right now that gold lead has gone from 1,000 to about 3,000. So that is slowly opening up that can of worms that we've seen in game 1 and game 2.
I mean, if my investments work like that, I'll be super rich. But
it's less about your investment, it's more about the team, kid. It's less about you. We keep telling you this.
No, solo queue.
You have forced me to, by the way. Our games together, I'm just like, yeah, I'm just going to solo queue instead.
Yeah, no, playing with Kin, it's a no-starter.
It's a new experience, right? There's a first time for everything, and at this point, this might be the first time that BLACKLIST get handed that 3-0 in a row clean sweep experience.
Yeah, I mean, a first day back of the knockouts, right, and then both ended in 3-0 would be pretty crazy, but it just really shows the actual monumentous of this actual moment, right? Everything that's at stake is very grand.
Very grand, but finishing stroke, and he's just going to back off. He's going to be cannon blasted for his troubles, but they're doing a little bit of chip damage. Looks like they're going to take the mid T2. No issues by Nova Esports here.
Yep. I feel like they need to keep their eyes on Chaz, right? For BLACKLIST International, if they can play off of Chaz, I think it might be beautiful. He has been making some incredible catches, but there's no follow-up just yet.
I mean, it's just so far away. I mean, he's getting some nice 2-man, 3-man cannon blast, which has been great, but there haven't been follow-up damage. It hasn't really set up to any sort of kills, which is a little unfortunate for them.
Oh, Jammy!
Oh, Jammy looking to go. They do a decent amount of dream roll back, CY, but they want to go. The finishing stroke, the infinite fastness, but Aaron has already been killed. Jazz is continuing to just get in. The thing inside the box is going to be a little off the mark. Juan is going to get the kill onto a Juicy. Aaron, Golden Kite, Chaz, all down. Jammy now running for his life, not able to get away. Oh, he is going to get picked off in the end, and Wendy is going to get the ace, and Nova Esports march it down, and they will take game 3, and they will take the series as soon as a minion will show up, and they continue on, and they do get the face in the end.
Yeah, there we go. Another 3-0 with Kindo Fu on the desk from group stage first. We are seeing these teams, Nova and Team Secret, just activate at the last minute.
But that was the best moment they could have taken. It was a risk. They risked it all, but it is the winner coming out for the side of Nova Esports. They claim the credit. You do the work.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, that was a great performance from Nova. Very clean, right? There was not really many mistakes I could have picked out for Nova, unless I was looking at it through a 5-2 code, right?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing is maybe get the game and finish it in like 8 minutes. I think that's the only thing they can do. But again,
Okay,
I'm being an Asian dad on that one.
okay.
Be like, why? Hey, A-, you need an A+.
That's why Reina was not happy.
That is clearly why.
Right, but we are going to go over to the host here from the winning team, Nova.
What a game. That was a game, what an amazing games.
Yes, it was a very amazing game.
Today has been super clean game, super fast. There's no break at all for these guys to just go all the way. What a crazy game series
Yeah.
today.
We didn't expect the lower bracket will be very intimidating, 3-0 and 3-0. So once again, congratulations for Nova Esports!
Incredible plays. But can we invite CY from Nova Esports?
We welcome
Come and join us
CY.
to interview.
Here's my brother CY.
This is going to be the jungler coming up from the
your
side
gentle.
of Nova. Nova, what an amazing performance. You guys performed so clean, 3-0. Now, we do know, I'm going to straight off the interview, right? We do know you guys just have you yourself, CY and Wendy, join in the team. But your chemistry is so powerful. How was the communication? How did you guys prepare in such a short amount of time as a team? Nah, kami lagi tahu ya, kalian baru aja join sama Nova berapa bulan aja untuk CY sendiri sama Wendy. Tapi kayak mana kalian bisa chemistry yang begitu bagus sih dalam masa yang begitu singkat.
Betul.
Jadi，你要中文吗？中文 OK。你们哦，刚刚进了 Nova 对吗？之前你不在，但是你们进了过后，你们怎么沟通？因为你们那么少的时间，可以打得那么强，那么好。
因为有我们顶级中单稳定的交流跟配合融合默契。
是你的教练员是吗 ？So what he said, he gave a lot of credit about the management and the coaching staff.
还有我们教练的用苦良心。
Oh, okay, that's fans Indo luar biasa ya.
They gave a lot of credit for the back end. They
Yeah.
did so much work. Everybody been working together as a team. Jadi kayaknya coaching staffnya juga banyak ya effortnya udah dibantuin di belakang tabir ya.
Betul banget.
Jadi bukannya usaha mereka saja, diberi penghargaan kepada coachingnya juga.
So, CY, tomorrow you will meet Team Secret at the next match, okay? What is the secret that you want to prepare to meet Team Secret? Oke, jadi besok CY dan timnya akan bertemu dengan Team Secret. Kita pengen tahu nih, secret apa yang mereka siapkan untuk bisa melawan Team Secret, OK？ CY， 明天你们会见到 Team Secret， 你们有什么秘密秘诀来去对付他们吗？
没有正常打就赢了。
哦，
Bikin normal aja, just the usual.
dia bilang chill aja ya, nothing hard, it's just so easy, right? OK，
Now, higher just from me. Now, we do know Secret or BSC is always going to be your biggest opponent every single season. Now, finally, you are here. What do you want to say to Secret? Because they've been always stopping you to go to this stage, of course. Finally, you are here. Nah, kayaknya tiap kali ya, challenger yang paling kuatnya, lawan yang paling kuat untuk Nova sentiasa Team Secret sama BSI.
Yes.
Jadi kali ini akhirnya mereka lolos untuk bertemu lagi sama
Yep.
Team Secret yang sudah emangnya rival mereka begitu lama ya.
Ya,
Jadi mau nanya kayak mana preparation persediaan mereka untuk atau apa kata kepada Team Secret？ 我就是要知道你们每一场比赛，尤其是小组赛的时候或者 qualify 的时候，你们每次都遇到 Team Secret 还有就是 BSC 对吗？每一次你们就失败那时候，现在你们现在有进了总决赛有机会嘛？所以你有对 Secret 或者有什么准备要对于他们吗？
没有。
其实什么话也没有要说。
尽力而为吧，明天3-0。
再来再来。
尽力而为，明天能3-0就3-0吧。
Oh. So basically, we will try to just make it 3-0 for you guys. That's it. No, nothing else. Jadi kayaknya, oke, clean sweep lagi besok 3-0 aja ya.
3-0. Oke, kita ucapkan terima kasih buat CY， 我们感谢 CY。
谢谢
你们的
谢谢。
观众，你要跟他们说什么？
For your fans.
明天加油。
Besok 加油 katanya besok semangat lagi. Oke， 好，
谢谢 CY。
谢谢 CY， 那我们就明天见了，好吗 ？OK。So Chuchu, I've been interviewing him for a couple of times, and he's so normal,
Relax.
Yes. And now I think that's a very good interview. We're going back to the casters. So casters, take it away.
There we go. We just heard from Nova CY with that game-winning interview. So plenty of questions there asked, and quite a humble response, right?
Oh yes, very humble guy, and you know this is not what we expect out of like top tier players, right? Normally there's an air of confidence, maybe sometimes even arrogance. But I think they're here, they're laser focused. They know what they came here to do. They came here to beat Secret. They came here to beat BSC. And you know, unfortunately, BLACKLIST International was just in their way.
Yeah, I see those interviews and I'm just like, wow, CY and I are so different. You know what I mean? Because it's like one of those moments where if I were to be in the winner's interview, I would be bashing everybody. I'd be going guns blazing. I would just love it.
Doing like a whole like a shtick on the stage, just bouncing around like, yeah!
And you, and you, and you.
You get some kills. You get some kills. I win. But no, it was a good interview there with CY. A little bit of a insight into the player and the team, and especially the future of the team within the tournament now, making top 4, right? But let's see how they made top 4 in this Game 3 highlights.
Hi everyone, I'm Yuhan, and I'm the official 2024 HOK Championship Observer. The tournament highlight of the day is here. 3, 2, 1, showtime!
I think we could just name this series clean and surgical, right? I mean, it was just kind of like a white room of a bloodbath between Nova and BLACKLIST, but Nova was just able to catch them up. But there was beautiful plays like this. There was little Hail Marys, a little bit of a glimmer of hope, an open door within the white room, right?
Yeah, but you obviously know there was a call, miscomm, right? The call was made, but it was a little too late. The team did not follow up, and this was just the difference in the level of communication between the two teams, right? Nova just really much on point.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just about communications, but it's also being the coordination, right? The instinct to, when that call happens, everybody's going together. But BLACKLIST International were caught on 2 prongs. There were fights all over the different map. They were split up, and every single fight was in favor of Nova Esports with that numbers advantage.
Yeah, I mean, it was like what you said in the game hall. It was like they're able to set it up, they get the space to create a good engage, but then Juicy just seems a little bit too shy to go in with the Orgrin. I mean, if Golden Kite uses the infinite fastness in, he's got no infinite fastness out, so there was just a little bit more of like, they needed to play a little bit more aggressive, a little bit on the front foot rather than playing on the back foot with the Motsu, right? But again, this clean up from Wendy was chef's kiss, man.
Yep, and once you really take a look at how they were doing it, it's such a, you know, big question, right? How do you as a team follow the calls? I'm pretty sure all 5 members were calling for different moments in the fights. We've seen it's a very messy fight, but Nova just really clean. Everyone knew exactly what was the right decision to follow, and they committed, and they got the win off of that. Sealing this game with an ace.
And Ace Aruno, an MVP, is going to be none other than Wendy. I did actually pose this question to you guys at the beginning of the series. How many MVPs is Wendy going to get? And it's only 1 today because there's been some phenomenal performances from the likes of Xuan as well, right?
Yeah,
There's no need to show off.
No, I think that this is a moment where the coach Rapid needs to kind of be like, hey, Wendy, 1 MVP?
Yeah.
Are you going to even show up today? Did you wake up? Why did it take so long for you to get going? I mean, it took
Maybe that's why he was angry on the cams, right?
Yeah, that might be why. He was pointing out
Man, Wendy only got 1 MVP. We need to get him another one. We need to get him another. But yeah, with 4-1-3, and then obviously 21% of the enemy damage done was Wendy getting the MVP. But you can see here the difference of these mid laners is night and day. I mean, yes, Aaron is playing the lady gen. You don't really want to be funneling in the resources to this hero, but 6K to 4K is completely different.
Yeah. You know, Wendy, let's take a look at the itemization, right? So he actually went for the insatiable tomb along with the breakthrough rope. So both lifesteal and magic penetration. And just to be safe, right, he got himself a protector cuirass. And it was just enough to survive the team fight. The time that he held the Ogren for Juicy was long enough for the for Xuan to come in on the backlines, get that surprise flash into the tier 3 turrets, get the kill as well, and still make it out alive. So very big plays, and all comes down to the itemization as well.
Yeah, I mean, itemization was one thing, but I think draft, I gotta give props where props are due in terms of Nova Esports. Like, you had the Byron, Menki, and the Shangguan all up in front. BLACKLIST International were able to find some good initiations. They had to start it out, but they're just so tanky, or they have so much sustain, that it was very difficult for them to even get anything going. I mean, BLACKLIST International had a good early fight. Unfortunately, the wheels kind of fell off in that mid-game with Nova Esports taking over.
Yeah, so it is now a different kind of game style we've seen, right? So not only does your draft have to be good, you have to know how to execute that draft really